Hi everyone, welcome to Macsartplace. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I have some wonderful news. Cricket's Boutique in Cottonwood is now selling some of my work, including some of the rocks that I've painted and the glass that I've painted on, all different things, and I'm so happy about that. And she has some wonderful things in her store. If you live in Cottonwood or Sedona or Camp Verde or up in the area visiting, she's on Main Street. Stop by and take a look at all the wonderful things that she has. Thank you for doing that. Today I'm going to work on this little 6x8 canvas, and I'm using all kinds of different colors, and I'm basically experimenting with the modified thing that I've been doing and trying it on a canvas. So I'm starting out small and seeing how that turns out, because there's really a difference working on a tile and then working on a canvas. There, sinks in the middle and the canvas isn't as stiff as the tile. So you get different kinds of results. So I wanted to see what happens with a canvas, and if it turns out great, I might go on to a bigger one. We'll have to see how that is. So I'll let you know what supplies I'm using. I have to put my glasses on to read that, and see, these are my funky glasses. So some of the colors that I'll be using is U.S. Art Supply Gold Interference Pearl. And my pouring medium is Bare Deep Base, forget what number, but it's not 8300 because our Home Depot does not have that one. So I got a different one instead. It seems to be working okay. I put some GAC in there, 800, some Jasonia, and polyurethane. And so it's like 2 parts of the deep base, a little bit of GAC, 1 part Jasonia, and 1 part polyurethane. And I also have this Folk Art Pearl White, and I've mixed that with Vivid Polypore and the polyurethane. 1 part paint and half of the Vivid Polypore and half of the polyurethane. I'm also using this really pretty green. I have no label on it, so I don't know what it is and whose it is. I have another one similar to it, and I can get the brand name when I run out of that. I'll mix it up. This is Sky Blue by Primary Elements, and this is Bordeaux, Blissful Bordeaux it's called. It's a really dark purple. And I have mixed up some Primary Masters Warm Silver. So I want to see with what warm silver does in this method that I'm doing. And for my base, I got these samples, and these they were reduced, they were mixed up for somebody and they didn't take them, and so for 50 cents I figured I'll try it. Some of these supplies really get very expensive, but what are you going to do? You need them. And so this is a satin white, and it's just a satin white, and then this is a tan color, the same satin base by Burr, and it's a color sample, interior, exterior. And if you can see that dot right there, that's the color they mixed it with. So that's what's going to be my base, and I also have my cell maker, which is the oxide black, Amsterdam's oxide black, 3 parts Floetrol and 1 part paint. So that's what I'm messing with today, so we'll see what happens. Well, here's my little canvas, and I've gotten some new equipment, so this is my turntable, and I like it much better than the other thing I had. And I also have what my phone is sitting on, is this coiled thing that's connected to the side of my table. And I'm trying to get it to where it has the best view. So anyway, what I thought I would do is, instead of doing half and half, I want to do on an angle. So that's what we're going to try. And you can see this paint is pretty thick. I did stir it up. The lid there are some things in there I'm going to have to take off the painting, because probably some of them are going to come out. And I don't know why it has these thick pieces in there, but it does. I noticed there was a lot on the lid, and I took them out. Well, that looked like it turned out all right. Doesn't have any of those globs in it. That warm silver looks to be a very nice color. And I mixed it with the same pouring medium that I've used on these other colors. And it's half and half. 1 part paint and 1 part pouring medium. This doesn't have all those thick spots in it. Well, there are some. I think, see, there's a good one right there. The air seems to dry it or something. I have this sitting on I have 2 mixed poodles, and I save their food containers for this soft food. So I have this resting on one of the containers that's taped to the spinning wheel. I can see that this being such a small canvas that it's flopping around, whereas when you use a tile or a heavier piece of canvas, you don't have that problem. So I don't know whether I'm going to spin it. It won't fall off if I don't get too crazy with it. So I'm going to bring some of this down on the sides of this color. It's not really a great straight line, but it's going to be covered over with paint anyway. Okay, now let's see what I'm going to put down. Someone's at the door. Hold on. Okay, I have returned. Now let's see, where was I? Figuring out what I want to put on the bottom. And let's see. I think I will put some of this Bordeaux. See, that really is dark. And then, I should have wiped it off in the container. Getting paint all over me now. I'm going to put some of this interference on that. Or around it. Or somewhere near it. Yeah, all over. And then sky blue. That Bordeaux might be a little too dark, but we'll see how it comes out. And I separated these two dark colors purposely by that lighter interference one. And then we have, I'm doing dark light, so this is the white. And then the green. And here is my warm silver. And the cell. Okay, there's a lot of air bubbles in that. See if I can get rid of some of them. And get my straw. Instead of using that air thing I have, I'm going to try and blow it myself. So you're going to have my head in front. Let's see. Yeah, not a very good air dispenser. and let it settle down. Can't seem to get it as far out as I want to with my not being able to dispense air properly. We'll go back to the machine. And now, so I'm looking. Yep, you can still see that. See, my phone is on this spring and I see it shaking. So I was wondering what was going on. Yeah, it's harder to modify on a canvas. That's the interference paint right there, and it's really light. Well, this is a good experiment for me because I can see that I would rather do this on tiles than doing this on canvases, because the canvases are not solid, of course, but they're harder to work on when you want to do a modified piece of work. So at least I learned that, and I'm happy to know it. So this is about all I'm going to do with this piece here, because I can't really do what I want to do with it because it's this flimsy canvas and it doesn't want to cooperate. It is malfunctioning. But it's good to know. So that's about all I'm going to do with it, and I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see it. Now let me try and give it a little bit of a, let's see if that helps. But I can't do it too fast. I don't want paint all over everything. Or I should say, more paint all over everything that has paint on it. So it's not really doing too much. So here we go. I hope I don't drop it. So there is a close-up. It's probably better if I take you down. It's kind of pearly. Falling off. I had to catch it. Sorry for that. So I hope some more cells show up or something. It has some nice spaces in it. I just don't like working this method on a canvas. So I hope this has helped any of you who want to do this particular method of manipulating the paint with a skewer. And if you want to try a canvas like I just did, just know that it's harder to drag your tool, and the paint seems to be different on the canvas itself. So have a great day and a great rest of the week, and I hope you've enjoyed what I've accomplished here. And thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to do the thumbs up and like and subscribe, because that helps the video going forward. And don't forget Cricket's Boutique in Cottonwood. Bye-bye, everyone.